Today we are transforming one ugly bathroom 3 different ways with 3 different style preferences. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. I would really like to know. I have to say this is probably the ugliest bathroom I've ever seen, and I don't say that lightly. I think as it stands, the best thing that could be happening to you in this bathroom when you walk in is some creeper peeper looking in through some random hole, with a close second being a scene from the Bates Motel or some sort of Russian prison cell. We can do better. We're gonna take this design in 3 different ways. There is no way to dance around the fact that this bathroom needs some serious renovations. However, that being said, I don't want you all hating on me thinking that I haven't done a lipstick on a pig solution. So we're gonna walk through the first 2. It's gonna be a little bit more in depth with renovation. And the third one is like a light touches. But I'm warning you now, when you're dealing with weird spaces, sometimes the only way to make it better is to make it more weird. And then you've got a cliche bathroom. I don't even know how I feel about the third one. You can let me know in the comments. I feel as though the first 2 are worth their effort in gold for the renovations. Sometimes a swinging hammer is exactly what you need. For this first transformation, we are going to get rid of the stuff that doesn't work. We're gonna add in some new flooring and a new bathtub because, let's be real, both of these things have to go. We're gonna put in a nice gray, large scale matte porcelain tile. Easy, economical, you can do these things. Shabby doesn't always mean chic, and in this case, the door needs to be replaced. Next, we are going to transform all of the walls. Yes, this requires some serious renovation. You're going to have to pull that tile off the wall. It needs to go. We're gonna put a lime wash plaster on all of the walls. This transformation is gonna take a really minimal approach. Next, a floating vanity, because when we want things to feel really minimal and modern, getting things up off the floor is the best way to do that. Alongside the vanity, we are going to put a nice floating Toto wall toilet. We're gonna keep things nice and light and airy by adding a white linen shower curtain and a beautiful oval mirror, one that illuminates from the back, because that is just an extra luxe touch that takes very little effort. Repeating that brass finish through accessories and a new doorknob, and lastly, introducing a very minimal cream nubby bath mat. The hardest part about doing a bathroom with this sort of aesthetic is not going overboard. Know when to stop, and this is it. This transformation is for my pumpkin spice latte shiplap loving girlies out there. I've got you covered. A fresh coat of paint goes a long way. That's where we're gonna start. Immediately following that, we are going to put this cute little hexagonal marble tile down on the floor. Swap out the door for this beautiful deep sage colored with black hardware. This is gonna make all the difference. As you can see, this very ugly mustard tile needs to go. We are going to replace it with some beautiful shiplap in a horizontal pattern, followed by a beautiful farmhouse sink and a brand new toilet. $199 from Home Depot, guys. A new toilet is the best gift you can give yourself for a bathroom renovation. I am not feeling the cream anymore. We are going to repeat that beautiful sage color over onto the walls with paint, followed by the sweetest little plaid shower curtain, because every farmhouse girly needs some plaid. I love this mirror. It is hinged to the wall so that you can tilt it back and forth, which is really quaint and fitting for a powder room. And this enamel white sconce is hitting the nail on the head for this farmhouse vibe. No powder room in a farmhouse would be complete without a cute little piece of landscape art, and of course a milking stool, just because. You don't even need a reason. You can put your hand towels on it, you can put real towels on it, you can use it for kids to wash their hands. Having a cute little stool in a bathroom is just a necessity, in my opinion. Top it all off with a rustic bath mat and you are golden. Now, I promised you a third transformation that took a little less invasive of an approach, and I have mixed reviews about where this one's gone, but I will let you decide in the comment section. For those of you who really want to keep the yellow bathroom tile, I feel as though you need to kind of create a story to make this happen. We are going to go where the wild things are and spark some inspiration from a sense of place. This bathroom could come across a little less creepy if it belonged to somebody in a quaint little farming village. Elora, Ontario comes to mind. I know this area because I have a cousin who lives there, and it is very much a muddy boot, good people, great food kind of community. It's definitely the type of town that you find the best butter tarts in Canada. So we're gonna design for that lady, the one who wears an apron and a butcher block counter, who has a goose on her porch, because there is no other person to design this bathroom and keep that tile for. Okay, goodbye black hole. Let's address the prison sink, because this for sure is a place where your soul comes to disappear a little bit. A wall-mounted brass pedestal sink is the way to go. A little jewelry goes a long way in a small bathroom. Before you get too excited, we are going to add a skirt, because This is for the apron lady with the goose. I'm rolling with the notion that when something feels like a little bit off, the last thing you want to do is get super matchy-matchy. So go with an adjacent color to this yellow. I don't know why it works, but it just does. Let's get the mirror out of here, freshen it up with paint. Ceiling too, you can't forget the ceiling. And this isn't personal, but I feel like if you're not gonna do a full-on tear out in this bathroom, a good cleaning tidy would go a really long way and face that grout because it is telling you some secret that is dark and twisty. When something gives to the max, the only polite thing to do is really return the favor. So we are going to do that here. Naturally, I want some pattern. What farmhouse doesn't need a tiny ditzy floral wallpaper? I am really loving the hit of green in this cute little wallpaper. You can do a wallpaper or you could do like a stick-on motif. And just when we thought we had too much color, I'm going to go in with a classic red plaid shower curtain and paint the door red. I don't know what's happening here, folks, but you're along for the ride. You have no choice. And there's no turning back now. We need to mirror the brass into the lighting, fresh linens, and drum roll please, a cream and mustard bath mat, because you see now, who would have thought in my career I would ever be telling you to layer mustard on mustard and check on check. But here we are. There's a first time for everything. My mind is wandering towards the need for like a mallard duck, but like a classic Beatrix Potter kind of mallard duck, one who's like serious enough that he could potentially do your taxes. There we go, chillin' like a villain. And you know, one farm animal doesn't feel enough. Let's pique the curiosity train here and go with a brass rabbit vessel, because why not? Why is it there? Nobody knows. But you better believe everybody who goes into that bathroom is gonna look in that vessel. So you're welcome for level 2 fun initiated with your guests. A gooseneck faucet for a goose porch kind of gal. Oh, and don't be a Neanderthal, change your fan cover. This video has provided 3 very different aesthetic approaches to one very ugly space. A transformation journey, I'm not gonna lie. Do I love every single one of them? No, but it's not about me. And this is the thing that I really like to hit home in these videos, is that it is about you. It's about you and the way that you live. And some people have a goose on their porch and bake butter tarts and want a certain vibe. And some people are going for a very streamlined, modern approach. There is a design approach for everyone. If you have a little bathroom like this, you now know that you can either put lipstick on a pig and run with the weird and wild and wonderful. We can't guarantee where that will take you. If it's not mustard yellow, I have faced some very time period specific bathrooms with tiles of blue and shades of red and all the sorts. You can run with it, but ultimately in the end, I feel as though you will regret it down the road. Any money that you're putting in to just make superficial renovations, when structurally and visually, and even in this case, it's not a super cleanly situation, it's quite dated and needs some love and refreshment in a multitude of ways. Biting the bullet and taking a hammer to certain types of design elements is just a necessity. So in my opinion, go with one of the first 2. But if you are the type who has a goose on your porch and bakes butter tarts and wears a red plaid apron, let me know, because I love to be surprised. I'm Paige Gray. Thank you so much for being here. If you've enjoyed this transformative video of different spaces and different aesthetics, be sure to check out this video, which covers 3 bachelor pads and their ultimate transformations to welcoming, date-worthy spaces.